An obnoxious fan base can make it impossible to get behind someone, especially in MMA, where the fans are partly responsible for painting narratives for their favorite fighters, always overrating their abilities and looking past their weaknesses. In this video, I'm going to talk about the most annoying fan bases in MMA. Before I get into it, I just want to make it clear that not every fan of a certain fighter is obnoxious or delusional. Not all Conor McGregor fans think that he's still going to be an undisputed champ, just like not every Khabib fan thinks Khabib is the undisputed GOAT of the sport. I myself am a fan of both of these guys, but man, do they have some serious meat-riding fans that will worship anything they do. So unless you're identical to the people I describe in this video, chances are I'm not talking about you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Isreal Adesanya fans can be intolerable.
We got to talk about Izzy. Oh, man.
I'm such a sucker for a specialist, whether it's a style bender specialist or a striking specialist.
Style bender, man, he seems to be getting better every time.
Oh, yeah.
What about Stylebender? Is he legit? Izzy's that motherfucker.
People act like this guy is some god of war, like he's out there in the Matrix, 10,000 steps ahead of his opponents, knowing every single one of his opponent's next moves.
So high level as a kickboxer, best in the sport at setting traps.
Yeah.
He'll like gauge you, see what you're doing, then he'll switch stances.
He's getting some information.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Have you heard of the Stylebender guy? I mean, just a technical maestro. Oh, wait. Oh, I mean, did you see what he did to Paulo Costa? He was just 10 steps ahead of him the whole time. It's like, I mean, he fucks everybody up. People say his fights are boring. Well, you just don't know the sport. I mean, the people that say Izzy's boring are mouth breather. Don't listen to these guys. That's just what the fucking dumbass casual fans say.
He would just move forward and just fucking and Izzy just picked him apart.
He made him look like...
Made him look foolish. And Izzy knocked a lot of fucking people unconscious.
Yeah.
Izzy, put it on everybody in the division.
Standing with Izzy. Good luck. Good fucking luck with that. Oh, did you see what he did to Yoel Romero? 10 steps out of you. Oh, you do this. Oh, knocked out. Knocked out. Izzy knocks everyone out. He lost to Jan Blachowicz, and Jan decided to shoot a takedown. Now, Jan Blachowicz is, I had Izzy winning the fight. He's getting picked apart a little bit on the feet, Jan, but Jan had the 20-pound weight advantage. Now, of course, what do you do when Izzy's on the feet? Well, you're not winning that fight with fucking Izzy on the feet. And you gotta give credit to Jan. Beautiful adjustment. Beautiful adjustment. Now, people can't really do that in Izzy's division.
Even though he goes out there, hardly scrapes by some of the worst middleweights we've ever seen, and throws basic techniques, a couple of leg kicks here and there, a jab per round, yet people call him the best striker in the UFC, even though he's objectively not, because he's been outstruck by multiple opponents, guys like Alex Pereira, Jan Blachowicz. Izzy fans will call you a casual just because you don't have a life-size poster of him in your closet that you wake up and worship every single morning. But we have guys like Dan Hardy and Joe Rogan having full-on heart attack aneurysms every single time this guy's name is brought up. The Stylebender out there in the Matrix, aka a couple of leg kicks at range per round. Again, he's a legend in the sport. He's one of the best middleweights of all time, but he's definitely a little bit overhyped, and he's just not better than Alex Pereira. I keep hearing people say that this dude is still more skilled than Alex. Isreal Adesanya fans will see him get knocked out 100 times in a row by Alex Pereira, but they'll just swear that he's better than him, when in reality, Pereira is a really high-level kickboxer that has Isreal Adesanya's number and has been able to break him down methodically in their last 2 fights. So to wrap it up, he's one of the legends of the sport. It's just that his fans lionize him so much that it gets a little annoying. He is one of the better strikers in MMA, but he's not the best, and that's okay. Not everyone has to be the best striker on the planet. Again, he's a legend of the sport, but his fans hype him up way too much.
Number 1, everybody fight for number 2 spot. Khabib best all time. Best boxer, defeated Floyd Mayweather, Conor McGregor.
Trust me, brother. Khabib beat everybody, bro. Everybody lose to Khabib. Jorge Mad Dog, Nathaniel Diaz, Conor McGregor make tap like chicken. Conor McGregor, best boxer UFC history. Khabib drop him in fight. Drop him in fight, make him tap. If you beat Justin Gagey, trust me, brother. It's not even close, to be honest.
Never bled, never lied. Great grapple, beautiful boxing. Only guy, ever retire undefeated. But we've seen DC get ragdolled by Khabib.
He trained with DC. Everybody know Khabib destroyed DC in training room.
And it only makes sense. It only makes sense that Khabib probably gonna beat DC, probably gonna beat John Jones. These guys, weight bullies, they fight bigger weight class, but Khabib is not weight bully. He cut down to 155.
I just love the bulletproof confidence that Khabib fans have when they just say things like it's gospel. The almighty Khabib, God forbid anybody critique him. The truth is, most people know who Khabib is because of Conor McGregor. I've actually heard Khabib fans say that he's beat Floyd Mayweather and is the best boxer in the UFC. I'm not even joking. Yes, Khabib is one of the greats. Is he the best lightweight of all time? Yes. And there are people that are really salty about Khabib and they'll take that away from him. But he's not the GOAT and he's not even a top 5 guy. That's just pretty much true. There are just people that have done more than him in the sport. There are people that have had longer than 13 fight win streaks in the UFC and better championship resumes. Khabib did a lot, but not enough to consider him the undisputed GOAT. But if you say that, you'll have people crashing through your door to tell you otherwise. I actually think Khabib is one of the more entertaining guys. I am a fan of him, but his fans are hilarious. And they'll swear up and down that Khabib is just the best at everything in MMA. And you just could not possibly critique him. He could beat Kamaru Usman. He could go up and beat DC. They hear a training story about Khabib grappling with DC and Josh Thompson making a joke about how Khabib got the better of him. And all of a sudden, they're out here preaching that Khabib could probably be a heavyweight champion.
He's got a chance, bro. He's gonna go in there and fuck him up, bro. I think Diaz, what?
But it real, man, Nate Diaz, the baddest boxer in the UFC, bro. The best fucking jiu-jitsu ever, bro. That's why I was gonna gasp, bro. He's gonna fucking gasp, bro. He's gonna fade, bro. Nate Diaz gonna fuck him up on the feet. Fuck you. Fuck Dana White, boy. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck you, bro. They think he's gonna wrap him up. Anything can happen. Fucking casual. You're casual. Beautiful jiu-jitsu. Hamzat's a ground guy. And Nate Diaz submitted Conor McGregor, made his ass tap, made his ass whoop. Nate Diaz has the best jiu-jitsu. And people say Hamzat's a ground guy. He doesn't have the tricks. He doesn't have cardio. He doesn't have heart. Nate Diaz is from Stockton. He has that heart.
Don't get me wrong, Nate and Nick are legends of the sport, and in their prime, they actually had some pretty solid skills. Nate's got some really good boxing, good submissions. Nick Diaz has some really good hands too. But let's be fucking honest. And I'm sorry, bro. If you're 40 years old dressing like this, fucking puffing your chest out, imitating Nate Diaz, he's got like 40 clowns with him doing the same thing. Everywhere they go, he's got some pipsqueaks running around with their fucking black outfits and their beanies, puffing their chest out saying, fuck yeah, bro, fuck you, bro. It's fucking cringy, man. And listen, dude, Nate Diaz absolutely sucks these days. Probably loses to every single unranked fighter you can think of, and is weak and soy. I think he got a tad, bro. Pretty real, man. Nate Diaz, the baddest boxer in the UFC, bro. The best fucking jiu-jitsu ever, bro.
People talk about this guy like he's the baddest motherfucker, like he's always going to war, always scrapping, when in reality, he usually gets his ass kicked and just resorts to running around the octagon, sticking his ass out at his opponents, you know, flipping them off, but doing everything other than getting in front of them and fighting. And Nate Diaz, again, known to be the scrapper that just doesn't give a fuck, but he turns down 90% of his fights these days. He's just not the same killer that he used to be, and that's why his fans are so corny, living in the glory days. They have kids, they're happily married, yet they're still out here LARPing in the streets, smoking weed and trying to get into petty crimes. I think that every MMA fan has some respect for Nate Diaz, including me. He's a legend of the sport. He does cool shit. He tried to slap Khabib. He was slapping up reporters all the time. Like, it's fun to watch, but his fans are clowns. Anyway, I had to shout his fans out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Part 2, if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments which other fan bases you want me to cover. Until next time.